Time to ride again. Oh yeah.
Why do we feel the need to have adventure? For me, it's easy. Nothing makes me feel more alive than when I'm having a good moto adventure. It's all about feeling free. It's all about living life. And nothing else does that except for that moto adventure that you don't know what's around the next turn. You have limited plans, and you're going to just find new things and explore new things that you don't even know is there, or you may not even know about. And when you find it, it is so special to explore the world in a new way. You're going to find things that you never ever thought possible. Go out and have your adventure. You will love it. This is the Motorcycle Diaries Out West adventure. We are going to be hitting all kinds of places across the U.S. We're going to go to South Dakota as our first stop, and we are going to ride the Black Hills. A lot of cool things there. Then we're going to go over to Yellowstone. Then we're going to head down to the Grand Tetons, Ashley National Forest in Utah, and find some trails down there to ride as well. We are going to have one hell of a time, so stay tuned and see what comes next. Lots of drama. I'm sure that stuff's going to happen. Hopefully nothing really bad, and see if we get any wrecks on this adventure. Yeah, I know my van is a freaking mess right now. But I just wanted to say that I'm here in South Dakota at the Black Hills. And I just found out that the Black Hills has one of the largest trail systems on the West Coast. I was talking to a lady in the Walmart up here. That's where I stayed last night in the van. And she told me that they go there all the time. You can go up just up a few miles here, and you can actually get a pass for the trail system from the Forest Service. So we're going to unpack the DRC here, the GOAT, and we're going to go check out these trails today. I was not going to stay here today because I did Mount Rushmore last night, but since they have these amazing trails here, and I looked it up and they're supposed to be really good, I'm going to have to hit them. So going ahead and unload the bike, and then probably move on to Yellowstone today when I'm done. It is about 8 hours away, she said. So, but going to ride here. If it's really super cool, I'm definitely going to just stay another night and take a night off my Yellowstone stay, because I'm going to stay there for 3 nights. So, well, the Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons. So, I'm going to get some riding footage today, and hopefully it's good for you guys. Alright, peace out. Okay, y'all, so I just found this cliff. If you know what Seneca Rocks is, there's a road way out there. You can probably get perspective. This is probably as high as Seneca Rocks, maybe a little higher, and the view reminds me of, but just amazing. I found this trail by accident, just out exploring on the DRZ right there. There's the cliff. Woo! There's the DRZ. I mean, it's literally on the last flat part of that spot. And I saw a trail that went up. And fortunately for myself, I prefer to go up. Because I don't know why, I just love going up. And I found this cool ass spot. I may even come back here and have my lunch. I packed a pepperoni bagel sandwich. So, anyways, this is the Black Hills National Forest and the ATV trails. It is pretty spectacular. It really is. I was only going to spend 1 day here, but I think I've already only riding this for about an hour, 2 hours now. I'm really thinking I might take another day and ride. There's a trail down there. I mean, there's trails everywhere here. And if I get to see more stuff like this, you know, a nice cliff, which I love cliffs, I definitely want to do it. So, peace out. It is day 4 on the trip, and yesterday, well last night, I went through Bighorn National Forest, and let me tell you, it is one of the most scenic byway vehicle I have ever seen in my life. I mean, the entire way, my jaw was about to the floor. So I did get through the whole park. They did have massive amounts of ATV trails, and if I wasn't on a time crunch and I didn't need to get to Yellowstone, I would have rode them this morning. There was actually a poker run in this little town called Sleep. I went to the bar last night, and the lady gave me this. This is 10 Sleep. So, she was really cool. Her name was Nita. But, stopped in there and then basically found out a good spot for this park in town. There's no Walmarts. She told me this park over in this hotel area is gravel parking lot. Nobody bothered me. She was right. And did that, and I was going to ride back up to Bighorn this morning, and I started, and then the entire mountain section was just jaw-dropping, was just covered in fog. You couldn't see more than 20 feet in front of you, so there was no reason to go back up there. So just going to have to skip that. It would be a really nice spot for ATVers. The poker run that she told me about today was going to start at 10 a.m. and it was actually going to be on trails. It was a poker run with four-wheelers, side-by-side,
rides and dirt bikes. And it would have been really cool to do if I could have went back up this morning and rode some trails, or at least got some pictures and stuff. I would have went back and did that, because I got up at 6 my time. Well, yeah, no, 6 their time. So that's that, and now I'm just heading on to Yellowstone. Probably going to go straight to the geyser, check out a couple things there, and then down to Hatchet Campground, where I talked to a ranger and she said it would be open, or not full until 4 p.m. So I just need to get there by 4 p.m. Alright, well, that's the update. I did want to mention I did wreck yesterday in the Black Hills. I did not get a video of it. Unfortunately, I just turned off my video camera right before it happened. I mean, within a minute or two. Tree was sticking out. It basically, I was basically too close to it before I had a chance to turn or hit the other side of the trail, and it was sticking out up to my leg area, and it kind of just stabbed me in the leg like a joust, like an old school medieval joust. It hurt like hell. Gave me a nice goose egg on my leg, but I did stay on 2 wheels, so that's good news. And the bike's fine, that's also good news. And instead of impaling my leg, which it should have, it just gave me the goose egg. So thank God for good gear. It didn't go through it, and we're gonna see what we can get into and not get hurt on this trip. All right, y'all. Peace.
Water must be really hot. Yellowstone. Old Faithful. Right over there. Pretty cool. Nah.
I just wanted to start in here and say that this is Old Faithful Geyser. It was around, I think it was 6:45 or 6:55, something like that, in the evening. That is when this geyser goes off. I did not stay at Hatchet Campground. I actually found one much closer to the entrance of Yellowstone. It was like right outside the south entrance of Yellowstone Park. And it was a nice campground. It was like a lodge. They had cabins, but they also had a campground right next to this like cabin and hotel place. They had gas on site, a store, everything. So it was great. Got a shower. It was $40 a night. So I will add a picture of the campsite with the van and the bike.
That is like a massive, rapid waterfall section. I mean, starts up there, and then goes all the way down there, which, this is the cliff. This is the edge of the cliff, and it's really high. Yes. Yes, good stuff. Hey, buddy. Good place. We'll go run under here in the Great Basin. Check that out real quick. But I wanted to stop and get some film of this cool elk and velvet. Pretty awesome.
Alright
Alright guys, this next clip is a lake view at the Grand Tetons, which is basically connected to Yellowstone. The most beautiful place that I've actually been to in the world is the state of Wyoming. All of Yellowstone, Cody, and the Great Tetons were just absolutely amazing.
Give us a quick update, guys. This is Grand Tetons, and this is just a small portion of what's here and what I've been seeing already. I mean, I've seen elk and bison, and I haven't seen a grizzly bear yet or a moose, but I'm hoping. But this is one hell of a trip. Best trip of my entire life so far. I used to say that Scotland was the most beautiful place in the world. Well, I take that back. The most beautiful place in the world to date now is the Grand Tetons, the majority of Wyoming coming through Colorado, or coming through Wyoming through Cody to Yellowstone was absolutely amazing. Yellowstone was amazing, and the Grand Tetons just keep giving. Alright, well, I'm getting on the road. Peace out, guys. Please. Well, this is Ashley National Forest. Camping's free up to 16 days in a row. And it's a major ATV area, apparently. I keep seeing ATV maps, and as you can see, it's amazingly beautiful. And this is just a small little fishing section, really. I mean, what I saw beforehand at the Flaming Gorge side with the dinosaur stuff, it was way more beautiful than this. But this is amazing, and the road takes you all the way down to ride your dirt bikes here. So I am staying here tonight. I gotta find a spot, and then I got a couple hours to ride, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, day 5, Ashley National Forest, Grand Tetons, was all this morning. So, and a couple other places. So there you go. Where's your boyfriend, huh?
You know, I have to say that Ashley National Forest is probably one of my favorite spots that I did so far on this trip out west. I mean, I loved Yellowstone. Wyoming is probably the most beautiful state I've ever been to. I've been to Scotland, and Paris, and London, and all over the world, really. Most of the states in the United States, and Cody, Wyoming, and all of Wyoming riding through to the Devil's Tower and all that was really amazing.
Well, alright.
This is my campground in Ashley National Forest. It was $12 a night. It is by the merit system. Just put it in an envelope and stick it in over there. It does have vault toilet bathrooms. Was very comfortable and scenic. This is the drone that I bought from Walmart in Cody, West Virginia. I always say West Virginia because I love West Virginia. I'm from there. But in Wyoming. So that's all the footage I got with the drone. I'm still kind of learning how to use it. Next stop, Slick Rock, Moab, Utah. Alright. So this is Slick Rock in Moab, Utah. It is a really cool place to ride. You can see the dotted white lines on the rocks themselves. Now, the crazy thing about this, and as you go through and see some more of the footage here, a lot of these spots in Slick Rock are really steep. I mean, really steep. You get a lot of traction on the rocks, so I wouldn't worry about riding it up or doing a hill climb up one of these rocks, because it's pretty much mandatory that you keep going forward. It does get really hard, so I do recommend there is a practice loop that's I'd say moderate. There was still some interesting parts and still difficult parts, but if you think the practice is easy, like I did, then you would probably be okay with the entire Slick Rock trail. However, I do want to note that just like that sign said at the beginning of the Slick Rock Trail, this trail is not for beginners. Okay, it says that it recommends that you are advanced, experienced riders only, and it's for good reason. At first, the first I'd say mile and a half, it's really not that bad. It's really fun, it's really cool, it's so interesting because I know the video doesn't show it because I've watched videos on Slick Rock to even know that it was there because I'm on the East Coast and I drove all the way out there to ride Slick Rock and Canyonlands, White Man Trail and all that. But in the videos, like you see the views and all that, it's really massive. I mean, there's this one canyon in here that I'm overlooking it from Slick Rock. It looks like the Grand Canyon. I mean, it's not that big, but it's super big. It's really big. So, I mean, until you go out there and ride Slick Rock, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. Like right here where you're riding up these rocks, watch the front end of the bike here. Boom. Pops up, goes straight up. There's different footages where I'm even going so far up that you don't even see the rock anymore. You just see the sky. And at certain points, you will go up a hill climb of a rock and the front end will come up on you and want to lean back at it. You have to lean forward to put that front end down and keep going forward. You are going to be in first, second gear pretty much the entire course. It is a slow track. It takes a while. It is, I think it was 10 and a half miles basically. This one I think goes up a bit. But in that 10, plus miles, it takes a long time. I bet you I was there a good hour and a half, probably 2 hours. And it was, at the end, you're getting pretty tired because the one thing I can say about Moab that I dislike, I know that the videos I watch from Everride, he actually lives in Utah, and he's used to the heat from St. George and Moab and all that, and I'm sure it goes at better times of the year, not in June when I went. I had one decent day of riding. The rest of the days, it was just way too hot to ride this late in the day. This was, I think this day it was only in the high 90s, which was pretty good for Moab. So if you're going to go there, make sure that you find the right time of year. Google search, all this is good right here, I think. Google search the average temperatures. Yeah, see how you can't see the rock anymore? That tells you how steep it is. The average weather for Moab. And when you do that, it's going to give you the average temperatures, highs and lows for every month. Okay, pick the month that's best suited for you. Moab will kill you. There is no shade there. It's very hot, very desolate. It's basically a desert. If there wasn't a civilization there, and you got stuck out there, with no one around or no cell phone or something, you probably wouldn't make it. I mean, that little tree bush right there, I mean, they're small. You could lay under it and get some shade and get out of the sun. Like you can see there's a little shade inside the bush. But you would definitely be roughing it to get through it. So just remember that these trails are fairly well traveled. As you can see, I haven't passed anybody. I think the only time I saw anybody is I did see a tour because the 4x4 Jeep trail intersects with this one. And I saw a tour over there in the distance. And then I passed, I think, a couple mountain bikers. And that was it in the 2 hours I was there. So there is people that travel it every day. But, they are few and far between. So just remember that this place is really steep, really treacherous. It is a difficult ride, not for someone that's experienced. I would say that it's just challenging. I felt that it was a challenging ride, especially on the way back, and you had to go up some of the rocks that you were sliding down, because when you hold your rear brake in on some of these downhills, and you use some of your front brake, which I normally don't, but they're that steep, the front end will start sliding underneath of you, and you go a little sideways going down the rock. That's how steep they are. And on certain rocks, I have no idea. I guess they just put it in there because it's the best route. But sometimes you have to go straight up and in the middle of a straight uphill climb in first gear, you got to take a right-handed, like a 90-degree turn. Not the best. A lot of this right here, you know, you got to hop up on top of these. They're not all smooth surfaces. There's a good bit of spots where you got to pop the front end up. Definitely a decent place for someone that would like to learn how to be a better advanced rider. I think that if you went on this a lot, you could, you know, master this trail in a couple goes. I only did it once just because of the heat, and like I said, every other day I was there. I rode in the morning over at White Rim Trail and Canyonlands, but other than that, you really can't ride too late because it's only cool in the morning. Now check this out, you're on the side, and I know you can't see it, but you're really close to the edge of it, and it kind of like just slants over the edge here. You've got to go along the edge. You're barely on the one edge of your tire on the knobbies, and that's straight down. So you're riding across. You see I stopped there for a second just to get a breath and to figure out how I'm going to balance on that. And then the rest of the way on this Slick Rock Trail, I feel that it was one of the better riding experiences of my life, just because I've never done anything like this. It was very different than normal dirt bike riding. I think that a trials tire, if you're only going to be doing this rather than going over the Canyonlands and White Rim Trail, then a trials tire would probably suit you best on this surface, just because you go through some sand, some of it's deep sand, and then you're on the rocks the rest of the time, and a trials tire will really spread out and give you all the traction that you need on the rocks or in the sand. I was running the tubeless system, and I had no problem with it. Right here you can see how steep that little part is there. It's hard to tell, I guess, but I would say it was a good, 3-4 feet pop up. You had to bring your front end up. Alright, now this one here, this is Canyonlands National Park, and this is the White Rim Trail into the Hard Scramble Trail, and this place was awesome. I mean, I have to say, this was one of the best days of my life, riding a dirt bike. It was amazing, the views were amazing, it was so scenic. I met a really cool guy on the trail from New Jersey as well, and helped him out. But as you can see, I mean, this place is just super scenic. I mean, it is so beautiful. The only downside that I have to say about this place, well, I guess I could pick a couple downsides. So we'll go over those. First, it is more of an advanced trail, especially the hard scramble. You'll see that here in a second. I'm getting ready to go up it, and I'll have to help that guy from New Jersey down. He had a Triumph 1200, and he, dropped it going up this hard scramble hill climb. And this hill climb is basically just loose sand, so it's really hard to get any traction. He wasn't running, complete dirt tires like 80/20 or anything. It was like 80/20 street. Forget the tires that he has on his bike, but they were very street oriented rather than dirt. So after I helped him, I did help him get turned around because the next section I helped him. Actually, at first I pushed him up the hill so he could get up to the next spot where I parked. And the problem is the next spot had a deep sand pit before you have to go over up and over a rock ledge, and I knew he would be able to do it on that big ass 1200 Triumph. I mean, that's just not a nimble bike for a trail like this. I mean, I'm really surprised this guy got where he was. I mean, you see him right there. He got all the way up here and did all the trail to that point, and I got to give the guy credit. I mean, he definitely can ride that Triumph. He said he put 50,000 miles. Awesome, but insane at the same time. So it was his daily driver. He already was turned around at this point and headed back down the hill. So I went ahead and I wanted to go up and ride some more of this trail because I did have to check out of my hotel today at 11 o'clock. And I actually got back here a little late, but they were cool about it, so it wasn't a big deal. But I did get to go to the top of this trail, and as you can see, I mean, just wait till I get to the top here, because it's amazing. I mean, the camera's pointing on this side of the trail, and on the way back down, it points on the other, and you will get to see the kind of views that I had. I don't go super fast on this trail, mainly because it is so beautiful. If you ever get the chance to go out to Moab and you want to ride, you definitely want to ride Slick Rock, and you definitely want to ride Canyonlands National Park Trail, White Rim Trail. It is right off of Mineral, I think it's Mineral Bottom Road or Mineral Broad. But anyways, that road, it is a long road. It takes about 45 minutes in from the main road to get there, and that's going, you know, at fairly fast speed for a, you know, back to rocky road. So, look at this here. I mean, it just looks into the canyon, overlooks the river. I mean, and then the trail. This trail here, you know, it's probably, I'm probably into the trail, into the national park at this point. Maybe 15 miles, maybe. I'd have to look at a map. But, and I mean, it might not even been that far, but when you're trail riding, 15 miles is a long, long way. But this particular trail that goes around the entire rim of these canyons is, I want to say it was 94 point something miles. Now, you do need an entire day to do this trail system. So I'm pretty much, you know, going to be heading out of here because I got to get back to the hotel. However, you know, if I ever make it back out this way, I'll definitely do this again. Plus, it's getting hot, and something I learned in Moab is that in Moab, you know, Ashley National Forest in Utah was not that hot at all. But once you got further south, down into Moab, this place is scorching. I mean, the heat here will kill you. So, like around noon, you want to be done riding for the day, pretty much. You can start going riding again about 2 hours before dark, because it's going to start cooling back down. I found that's how the desert really works. It's cold overnight and hot as hell during the day. So, if I ever do go back to Moab, Utah and ride these trails again, I mean, I'd like to, but if I do, it's going to have to be in months that is cooler. You know, being here in June is, you know, towards the end of June, into July, you know, it's really, really hot. So I would definitely want to come back and do this at a different time with better temperatures. And then I would be able to do the entire trail, which is awesome. So, I mean, you can see how beautiful it is. I mean, look at this canyon. I mean, you're literally driving right here. I'm on the edge. You know, this is the drop-off the whole way down.
It is day number 7, and we've run into a big problem. I am unfortunately sitting at a Motel 6 in Moab. Yesterday, I went to leave Moab. Was kind of happy to get out of here. I rode the Canyonlands Trail, the White Rim Trail. Got a lot of it in. Got the hard scramble in. It was pretty cool. Helped a guy. Got some video of him down, actually, because my camera was on when I was going up the hard scramble hill. Turned it off when I got up to a spot where I could park the bike almost. I had to put it in gear, but still, I could park the bike and go back down and help the guy. After I helped him, I found out he was from New Jersey. But having an issue here. Yesterday when I was trying to leave, my radiator blew on me and in the van, and that was very unfortunate because my
last part of my trip was going to be 4 nights in Colorado, and I was going to do the Alpine Loop and Imogene Pass and all these other passes that I saw on Everride's channel, and I really wanted to go do it because I saw it and it looked so amazing that I had to do it. Well, after first I thought it was just this T-handle, because this T-handle just kind of blew up on one of my radiator hoses, and I was like, oh yes, that's all it is, no big deal. Grabbed the bike, went back into Moab. I was almost to the saw, and when I got back there, I got what I needed, went back, filled it back up, put the T in, all that, and then started letting it idle. It started idling badly. Then I started noticing that there was a little bit of water or radiator fluid mix dripping out of the exhaust pipe. Also bad. After further analysis, I tried to drive it for a couple miles. It basically was starting to overheat, so I just shut it off. I drifted as far as I could and got off the road because she wasn't gonna run. So after I did that, I checked her again. She was pretty much bone dry, and I checked the oil at this point just out of instinct, and it looked like chocolate milk. And for anybody that knows anything about engines, that normally says that the radiator fluid is mixing with your oil. Your oil should never look like chocolate milk, unless you have water and coolant mixing it, which normally means blown head gasket. So being in Moab, I started calling around. After I talked to like 4 or 5 tow companies, finally I found one called Nations, and they had a truck big enough to tow me. Next issue, started calling around trying to find a mechanic shop to fix it. Nobody. Finally, I was just going through basically the search on my phone, basically the phone book. I got to one called Get a Grip Auto, and luckily, I mean, this guy has a shop at his house. It's not a big operation, but he's willing to do the job, and he's saving me. Otherwise, I would have been stuck scrapping it or something. I don't even know. So, anyways, the new update is it is being fixed. Hopefully, the parts are on the way. Estimate is at $1,000, which that's pretty good for a head gasket, so I'm not complaining at all, especially if it gets fixed. One worry is that since the fluid was coming out the exhaust like that, one worry is that it got into the cylinder and it could be a cracked block, and then I'd have to, the guy basically told me that you'd have to swap the engine for another engine if we could find an engine. So, last night, hotels are very expensive in Moab. First off, last night I had to, I think it was $114 for basically a motel, not a hotel, but a motel. One of those one-level kind of motels that you normally get pretty much anywhere for 50, 60 bucks tops. Not in Moab. I was able to get on my Expedia account, and I actually travel a good bit sometimes, you know, at least a few times a year, and I normally use Expedia, so I got the Motel 6 that I stayed at the first night here when I did my riding. Got it fairly cheap. I think I got it for like $103 a night for 2 nights, and then the other night with taxes and everything was like $125, $130, something like that. But I have a base station now where I'm good to go. It's comfortable. We have a pool and a hot tub, so that's cool. Supposedly the van should be done probably Friday, as long as the block's not cracked. So I have a hotel room here until Saturday. So basically, the worst part, I guess, is losing the time. Colorado, and I'm enjoying some patch moving, and for when I need to get a little elevated, Natty Daddy's 8% versus 4.8. So had a bad couple days. Yesterday I was also out for like 5 hours. My lips are all like cracked. They actually bleeding in a couple of spots last night when I got back to the hotel. Just wiped the dry blood off. Got some chapstick. Just trying to stay out of that sun, man. The sun in here in Moab. And I'm not used to wearing sunblock, so I mean, it looks tan on the phone, but I'm super red. Super red. I did go up to LaSalle National Forest today. That was pretty cool. I'm not big on road riding normally, but LaSalle National Forest through Moab, there's a loop, and that loop not only takes you up through it looks like a snow-capped mountain from Moab, but it's not. It's like just some kind of gray dirt or rock on the top where looks like a snow cap. And then they have some trees up there. I mean, some palm trees. You know, the biggest trees they have there are like, it's what I consider small trees back home, but and then the majority of everything else is like maybe overgrown bushes that are 5 feet tall. So no shade. That's non-existent. But the cool thing is down the mountain it was just really turny, sharp turns. I mean, like 5-10 mile an hour loop turns all the way down the backside of the mountain, and then it drops into the Colorado River. And on the Colorado River, you basically ride, it was probably a good 15 miles back to Moab, maybe 20. I know I was burning up by the time I got back to Moab because I wore this shirt, this freaking tank top, out riding. I think I was out from 11 o'clock till 3 in the Moab sun with no sunblock. Wasn't smart. But day 7 is where we're at right now. Thursday's tomorrow, day 8. Friday is day 9. And then hopefully Saturday. Hopefully I got great news and I have the van back and I'm on the road Saturday morning, hopefully. Day 10. So I'm going to cut the trip a couple days short. It was supposed to be 4 nights in Colorado, so it should be 12 days. But in the spirit of one, I had to cancel my reservation in Colorado because of the van. And I'll probably still drive through it if I can. I'm pretty sure I got to go that way anyways. So drive through Ouray, Colorado, maybe if I can get a night at that campground, get 1 night, just to salvage something and maybe get the Alpine Loop in or something, or Imogene. I mean, Imogene, it's open, but they told me that it's not cleared. There's still a lot of snow, and any non-snowy patches is going to be pretty muddy, so it just depends. I don't know. So I still don't even know if it's going to be fixed Saturday. So hence the drowning my sorrows, basically. So tomorrow is supposed to be 107 here in Moab, and being sunburnt already, I doubt I'm going to be out riding much tomorrow. I think I'm going to try to get up super early and go up to Arches National Park and check out the Arches. A friend of mine went to Arches and a bunch of different places. One of the reasons why I came to Moab. Well, I was coming for Slick Rock, and I was coming for the White River Trail, and then he told me about Arches and the Canyonland National Park, but I rode in the Canyonland National Park, so I didn't care to go through the actual gates of the Canyonland. Actually, I have a picture I'll probably put in the video of the DRZ by the gate, White Room Trail, where it says entering Canyonlands National Park. So
Other than that, guys, I mean, I'm sorry that this trip has kind of been a bust. The Out West Motorcycle Diaries for 2018 might be just, you know, where it is now. I guess no real good flick or film or documentary or whatever. It's always better with a little drama, I guess. I would prefer not this much drama. I did wreck a couple times. I figured that was plenty enough drama for me. And I helped a guy that wrecked a Triumph 1200 on a hard scramble, so I figured, shit. Plenty drama, but nope, I did it good this time. So let's just hope I get out of this clean. I'm gonna do a short update. I don't know if I'll do anything tomorrow. I wouldn't mind taking the bike back up there and getting a little bit of that LaSalle road for you. But again, I'm on the DRZ, and it may be my only form of transportation, so I don't want to ride too much right now, just because of that. Because I still have, I think it's like almost 2,000 miles home to ride. So gotta find out where that van is, and I'll know more about that tomorrow. So maybe I'll do a short clip on that. Like I get a call and they're like, yeah, the engine's not cracked, the block's good. We should have you up by Friday evening or Saturday morning, so back on the road. I will give you that exciting update because I will be happy. So otherwise, I'm gonna chill tonight. Probably go hit the hot tub and the pool in a little bit once the sun starts to go down. But yeah, that's the trip, guys. Peace out. Sorry I didn't get Colorado footage for you. I know that that was the whole reason for my trip, but I did get a lot of good stuff for you. TETONS, White River Trail was really good. Slick Rock was really amazing. Slick Rock a lot harder than I expected. Filming it, I saw some of the footage that I already did, and I've seen other footage, and it is not as easy as the camera lets it off. It's really steep on a lot of stuff. Like there was some rocks and climbs that I was like, I don't know, and the bike wanted to start to come back on you. You had to lean forward to get your weight. So the front end would come up and you would have to lean forward to get it to come back down and hit the top of the rock. There was some rocks that you had to like hop up and get up on, kind of like some trials riding. I've never done any trials riding, so that was a new experience. It definitely taught me some new skills. Happy about that, and I'm happy I didn't wreck there, because Slick Rock will severely mess your bike up because it's all rock. Big ass boulders the size of houses. Some of them are the size of very big houses. And there is a lot of good news there, which I think I got in the video. So, alright, well, I'm rambling. It's probably because I've had experience. So, peace out. Keep those wheels on the ground when you can. And remember, just like I told those people at the hole in the rock today, yeah, I wrecked a couple times on this trip so far. You ain't wrecking? You ain't riding. So, you're not going down. You are either babying it and not riding good, or you're just not riding hard and you're just not having as much fun as you should. So, remember, you gotta lay it down sometimes. It doesn't necessarily need to hurt. I'm gonna put a picture in here of my leg. It's bruised and a little out of shape right now, but I mean, otherwise fine. You got some scabbed up or scraped up skin. Nothing big deal, just pull the hair and the shiny. So no biggie. But remember, you ain't wrecking, you ain't riding. So, get get that done until day 8, 9, and 10, I guess. Day number, I think 9. Yeah, today's the 22nd. The van does have a load head gasket for sure. They're not sure if the block is okay yet or not. Hopefully it's not cracked. Otherwise I'm going to be stuck here for a little while longer. Today we are currently at Arches National Park. As you can see up there, there is one of the arches in the distance. And this is actually a 4x4 trail. Now you're not supposed to have ATVs or UTVs in the park. But if you have a truck, a Jeep, or a street legal dual sport, guess what? You can hop on this trail where it's at the beginning of the trail of Delicate Arch. I'm pretty sure that one up there is Delicate Arch. Not real positive on that, but it looks pretty delicate from here. But anyways, just wanted to stop real quick and give you an update. After I do this trail today, I did go all the way up there and come back. Got into some really hairy hill climbs, rocky, loose baby head boulders, and just straight up with turns and loose sand. It was pretty hairy. Fun, but hairy. So I decided that I'd come back and check out this arch. I didn't see it on the I didn't stop because I figured I'd get a better view up there, which I didn't. So I'm going to head back out because it is getting later in the day, and in Utah that means it is severely pumped. It is got a little breeze right now, so that does help a little bit, but I need to make sure that I'm okay, and I need to make sure that the DRZ stays okay, because as of right now she is my only form of transportation, and I can't get stuck out here in the desert area with no vehicle at all. That really sucks. So I'm going to get off here, and this is update for number 10, and I got some footage of me riding. You see the GoPro on the bike, so a knockoff GoPro. I got a good bit of the trail riding that I did with that, and I'm going to get back to it. Peace out. A couple of them, it is supposed to rain in Ouray the next 10 days. It's supposed to be 50% today, thunderstorms, so I have rain gear in the van. Hopefully it's not too bad out. So I am going to get off here for now, but that is your update. We left starting this trip originally on June 13th, and it is now July 6th. Very long, expensive trip because the van had to blow a head gasket. Well, blow a head gasket and crack a head. So, been expensive, but it was still an awesome trip. The only downside was having to drive back out here, well, fly out here, then drive from Denver back to Moab, and back and forth. So, other than that, it's been really great, and I do plan on stopping at Mammoth Cave and possibly some other places on the way home. I probably will get home in 3 to 4 days. Alright, peace out. here. I don't even know what to say, man. I actually got up there and went down, but as you can see, I'm starting to run out of daylight. I am wearing my frog togs because, as you can see, it's supposed to pour down rain tonight and like the next week. So I could stay tonight in Ouray, but it's $190 for one night. So I am going to go ahead and start heading out. I'm going to ride some more until it's dark. See if I see anything else more beautiful than this. I doubt it. This is pretty awesome. This is up Yankee Basin Pass, and I had a guy at that hotel that told me how much it was, recommend this one over Imogene since I only had a few hours. But this place is so amazing. As you can see, I will be back. See if I can get the old man to come with me, my pops, and we're gonna ride the shit out of these trails. This place is amazing. This is just one little small piece. I mean, it's as green as Scotland, but more mountainous and beautiful, and you can ride your freaking dirt bikes on this thing. Look how steep it is. I know you can't freaking tell. Let's see if I can get some of the bike in. It's in gear and I'm holding it. And that's really steep, man. Sliding down this bitch. Alright, well, that's enough for now, but peace out. This was the one day that I got to do in Ouray after I picked up the van from Moab. Moab, I can honestly say I never want to see you again, just because you almost killed my van coming back out again. And I swear to God, every time I'm there, I think I'm going to have a heat stroke. Not to mention my van busting you. So I'm done with you, Moab. I had fun at the White Rim Trail. If I'm ever out this way and it's cold that time of year, like it's winter or something, I'll do it. But otherwise, no more Moab for me. So, alright guys, well I gotta get the hell out of these mountains before it gets dark, because this is gonna get real hairy after dark. I already saw some wildlife. They're pretty cool. Dad, me and you, we got to do this place, man. Peak season, they said that the hotel rooms are normally around that, and they said that off season still about $130. But you should see this town. It makes Deep Creek Lake look, you know, and commercialized. This place is so. Peace out. Hope you guys like this last ride clip that I got before I head back to West Virginia. I have to get back soon because I do have animals at my farm that I take care of, and I have some more trips planned that I'll get some footage of on those too, but those I will announce when I'm done. Alright, peace out guys. This is Yankee Basin, Imogene Pass, Ouray, Colorado, and it is spectacular. Peace.
Is that right? Was it right or wrong?
Pretty good.
Alright, another
I
one.
think it was just to be nice.
Yeah?